Good morning. Can you believe that another week has flown by and it's Monday again already? My last week was a blur. Just so many things taking place, just the busyness of life. And I would gather to think it's probably been the same for you. You know, every week, Sunday night, going into Monday morning when I wake up, I'm really praying about what do I want to talk to my friends about on this Monday? And I never want it to just be ramblings. I know it is a lot of times, but my goal and my hope is to encourage and just to encourage you and to let you know that you're not alone, that the trials and the things that you're facing, you're not alone in it, and you can overcome it and soar through life victoriously. So last night we started our new small group at Genesis Church, where we gathered together, we ate dinner, and then we split up to men in groups of men and women. And the women, we're working through the book by Lisa TerKeurst called Uninvited. It's a great book, and it really has spoken to me and challenged me in a lot of ways. But last night, during our first night, I always like to do some kind of icebreaker so that we can get to know one another and just feel at ease with each other. And the icebreaker, it was just a fun little game with M&Ms, and we had to answer questions. But one of the questions that really kind of stood out to me was to list your most embarrassing moment. And I shared with all of the ladies my most embarrassing moment, which happened over 40 years ago. It's crazy to think that. I think I was around 18, 19, somewhere in there, probably 18. Anyway, I had finished my first year in college, went to stay with a friend in Orlando, because she was home for the summer. And so anyway, we went to a water park in Orlando that's no longer there. And I was trying to impress a guy, believe it or not. And we were kind of dating. We showed up and kind of surprised him. He was there with their youth group, and he was helping lead the youth group. And so anyway, long story short, as we were waiting to get on a ride, my friend and her boyfriend at the time, and me and this guy that I was trying to impress, kind of my boyfriend, we were just standing there talking, waiting in the long line to get on. And I was leaning back on the railing that was there. And we moved up. The line moved, and I went to move up and did not realize that the railing ended. And as I leaned back, there was no railing. There was nothing to support me. And I fell. And not only did I fall, but I rolled down a hill. There was a hill there in a bathing suit with all of the people standing on this kind of corkscrew stairway to get on the ride, watching. And the only reason why I didn't roll all the way down the hill is because I got caught on a shrub. And even all of these years later, I can think back and still picture that and just laugh, and it cracks me up. At the time, it was mortifying. I was so embarrassed, and had a big bruise on my leg from it. My friend, every time she looked at me the rest of the weekend, she just laughed. We still, if we talk about it to this day, her and I just crack up because it was a funny moment, but it was embarrassing at the time because I was trying to impress someone. And needless to say, that young man broke up with me not long after that. Of course, he didn't say it was because of that moment, but who knows? I mean, it was God ordained that we didn't stay together. But it was so embarrassing, and we all face these embarrassing moments in our life where sometimes other people reject us because of those embarrassing moments. Now, did that guy reject me because of that? I don't know. But at the time, it sure felt like it. And the uninvited study that we're working through, it deals with that whole topic of feeling lonely and left out and rejected. And how do we navigate through that? And we all have those moments in our life, some more than others. When I think on all of my embarrassing moments, most of the time it has to do with me falling down and tripping. And I'm so concerned about what other people think. And I shouldn't be. What does it matter? You know, and I shared with the ladies last night that I know that, you know, I'm the type of person that I want everyone to like me. I want everybody to be my best friend and to love me and to get along with me. And the fact of the matter is, not everyone is going to like me. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and vice versa. We're still supposed to love one another, but that, unfortunately, that's not how people respond. And so, because people don't always like me or treat me nicely, I feel rejected and I feel lonely and left out, and it affects me in profound ways. And the Lord has really been teaching me over this, you know, this last month and a half or so in preparation for this small group, that it doesn't matter what other people think. No, I don't go through life trying to upset people or trying to cause them to not like me. But if they choose to not like me, then it's not a rejection from God. And I need to be grounded in who I am. And the first few chapters and that first session last night really spoke on the fact there were keywords that says you need to live loved. That has been a huge statement to me, and I've tried to now make that my life motto. I'm going to live loved, maybe not by other people, but I'm loved by God. He loves me. He accepts me. He never turns his back on me. And even when I fall down a hill backwards and get caught on a shrub, he's not embarrassed by me. He helps pick me up, brush me off, and send me on my way. And so when I go into situations now where I feel uncomfortable or I feel awkward and I feel like, oh, is everyone going to accept me and love me? I don't have to worry about it anymore. My thought process goes to the fact that I am a child of God. I'm a child of the King. I'm his daughter. I'm a masterpiece. He's created me beautifully, and I'm loved. I'm loved. And that gives me confidence, not arrogance. It gives me confidence to walk into those situations and, you know, walk into every day living loved. And I know I kind of spoke on God loving you a few weeks ago, but maybe this is a point that not only I need to get, but maybe it's a point that you need to get to. And so turn your embarrassing moments around, laugh at them. When we laugh at ourselves, that just makes life so much easier. Don't let it just completely sidetrack you or throw you off the rails. Understand that no matter what happens, you are loved by God, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Live loved today. Live loved this week. And I'm praying for you guys. I really am. I know that there's a lot of people that are walking through some difficult situations and scary times and wondering, where is God? And is he going to come through, and is he going to answer my prayer, my deepest cries, my prayer requests? And I'm praying for you. And don't give up. Don't give in. Know that he's there with you. The answer may not come today, and it may not come in the way that you are expecting or wanting it to, but the answer is coming. It's right there. Step out in faith and believe that God's with you. So I'm praying for you guys. I hope you have a great week. And I'll catch up with you soon.